What is going on? Is this mic working? Yes, sir. Okay, what is going on? Today we are going to recap all of these trades. I had an absolute killer day on the market, on the charts, and we're just going to recap it. And I've been having a lot of great days. Let me pull up my journal real quick here for you guys. Here's my journal. You can see it's been going pretty well. I've been keeping track of all my stats, and yeah, so we're just gonna recap today. This is how I want to be trading all the time, but let's just go ahead and cover it. So this very first trade I actually passed an eval on, literally a fresh eval I passed, and I didn't even full port it. I risked one contract, $200. Okay. And so going into the session, we had sold off all night. We had already went below the previous day low over here. So we didn't have too many points of interest to the downside. So what I was looking for was just, we kind of had this point of control here. That was about it. But also, once we had put in this big down move here, right, you can see if we pull the TR pocket from the low to the high, I believe, yeah, you can see that aligns with this 4 a.m. sex, but there's just a 4-hour rejection block. Okay, now I'm not going to go into the high time frames and show you guys these rejection blocks, because if you guys have seen my other videos, you know how to find them. They're just the CE, consequent encroachment, or the midpoint of a big wick. Okay, and I always try to find the highest time frame rejection blocks, and sometimes the rejection blocks aren't really rejecting from anything, and I like to call those fugazi rejection blocks. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that's kind of what I believe this one was, and I will still take those sometimes, but I just know in my head they're not as strong and they're not guaranteed to give me that reaction. But whenever you see clean rejection blocks, like this 1 hour went up here, this one was this 1 hour went up here. This was much cleaner. You could see what we were rejecting from. It had a nice clean wick, and it was not on a higher time frame, so it's a lot better. And those are cleaner. I like those better, but this was a Fugazi one, and I still take it because it had other confluences, right? We had this pointy control right here, and we had that beautiful TR pocket after we sold off overnight, and then we just had this range right here. So we had this beautiful range to pull the TR from, so that deviation was right into that 4-hour rejection block, and so we got a great reaction. So what I did was I literally set my limit order right on that rejection block with a 10-point stop loss, exactly right there. Boom. So I got ticked in, instantly was in profit, instantly moved my stop loss to break even, and then from there I just saw a ton of profit. I was literally trailing aggressively my stop loss because of how quick this was moving, and it just never took me out. And I had a limit order up here because since I risked $200 and my profit target for this eval was $1,500, that's just a 1 to 7. So I had right here was my take profit, and it got hit. Price ran all the way to a 1 to like 12 risk to reward right here. As you can see, absolutely killer trade, which you could have just been trailing aggressively and you'd have been stopped out up here, and you could have captured a 1 to 12 just risking 1 mini. That's like almost $2,000 of profit. So then you're totally chilling for the day. You can literally lose like 5 to 6, 10 trades before you're down on the day, right? So you're not going to be doing that. So then we kind of stay patient, right? We just passed an eval, cool. Price reverses. Also, I had a limit order set right here. Well, it was just paper trading, but I was trying to reverse my position right here because this 1 hour rejection block was right there as well, and I just wanted to take that. So like, I like to take those rejection blocks because they're so clean, and this was right after open, so we just had this strong pump. I felt like we could have taken a retrace, and that's exactly what happened, and we just missed it by like 1 tick. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I took that, because I didn't. I was just looking for it, and I would have taken it on paper, but we didn't get it. So I just closed the limit, and I was just hyped because I passed this, so I was chilling, right? Then I'm waiting, and so from here we could delete this, but it's all good. We came down, we retested that range low kind of thing, and then we continued back to the downside. Now here I had another 4-hour rejection block. Now this one was super clean, so it's not a Fugazi one, it's super good. And this one actually is perfectly, almost perfectly aligned with the yearly / monthly open. It's not both, but it's like the yearly and monthly, because obviously it's January, so that's the same level. For this one, we did the exact same thing. We just did a 10-point stop loss with a limit right on that level. And I know it looks like we got stopped out here, but actually it was a break-even trade, because you can see we got put in right there. Price moved up to here, which is over a 1 to 1, which is where I like to move my stop loss to break even. So then I got taken out break even right after that. Price then wicked where my stop loss was, and then moved all the way past my TP, which was like over a 1 to 5, right? So beautiful. Now, the reason I wanted to take profit right here is because we had the initial balance, right? So right here, whenever we had swept out initial balance, I was low-key looking for us to deviate down and then just reclaim this and go up. And I was looking for that trade, but I didn't really want it because we had this perfect entry down here with the 4-hour rejection block and the yearly open. So I really wanted this trade, but honestly, what I was really also kind of hoping for was that we could have, or not even hoping for, I was just a little bit worried about this nice TR pocket, which is the high time frame TR pocket. So because of that, this is kind of a decent idea we might deviate down here. So, and like I knew that, so I was kind of hesitant to look for this initial balance low deviation, because I was like, okay, we probably will come down to this TR pocket, right? But if we would have just swept this and reclaimed it, I would have obviously taken it. But then the next thing to take would be this, right? And so if this gets stopped out, like here, I'll take you through my train of thought. Okay, we sweep this, and if we reclaim that, I'll take it. And if it gets stopped out, no problem, then I will look to take this. If that gets stopped out, no problem, then I'll look to take this, and that would be like my 3 trades, and that's totally fine. If all 3 of those get stopped out, I'm just going to be done, right? Because those are solid looking trades, and if they all lose, they all lose. And that's going to happen sometimes, but most of the time it's not, and you're going to be able to catch the profit in there or something. So that's why this one never gave us an entry, so obviously we never took that, and then we just took this one here and got stop break even. Unfortunate, price ran without us, but it is what it is. And then we would have taken our profit here, like I said, because this is the range low, which is also the initial balance low. Now, since we straight fell through this, that shows that we were bearish. So whenever we come back up on this retest, that means we can enter for shorts, right? So that's exactly what I did. I placed an entry right here with a 10-point stop loss. Actually, no, I did 20-point stop loss on this one, I'm not gonna lie. And the reason I do that is on initial balance plays or like daily open plays like that, whenever you go through a level and kind of retest it, it's a lot better to do a 20-point stop loss just to give yourself room for that wick through, which is what we did here. Now, you didn't actually need it here, I don't believe, because a 10-point stop would have been totally fine and it looks a lot better. But I'm just going to be transparent, and I really did do a 20-point stop loss, which is what I would normally want to do anyway. And so after you take this, it ran to almost a 1 to 2, depending on your stop loss, right? Or a 1 to 4 if you took it with a 10-point, but a 1 to 2. And I was holding down, trying to get this TR pocket again, because I was trying to play ping pong with it and literally catch longs here, catch shorts here, and then longs from there. But we didn't get the move all the way down, so we ended up getting stopped out break even again here. And now you can see this time we actually flipped the initial balance low. So I'm thinking, okay, we're bullish. So as we came back down and retested the initial balance low again, I took longs. And this time, since over here I saw a 10-point stop worked, I did a 10-point stop here and got absolutely cooked before seeing my profit. So we got stopped out here. It was one win up there, break even, and then stopped out, right? And this one here, I should have done a 20-point stop loss. Just because this one didn't go and take out a 10-point stop doesn't mean I should change my rules. So I should have kept it and done the 20-point stop here. Then this would have just been another break even. But overall, I was reading the market very well today, so I'm very happy with that. Just gonna keep doing what I've been doing, and that's pretty much it, really. So hopefully you guys learned something from this video. Rejection blocks are king. Shout out to Angus. Shout out to Powell, shout out to my girlfriend, I don't know, shout out to everybody, right? And hopefully soon we can start working towards payouts now that I have more funded accounts, so I can just start trading on the fundeds and treat them as if they were the evals. So then hopefully we should get payouts, right? It's just, you have to be consistent on these fundeds, which I'm not really used to those rules. So we're gonna have to just take like a 1 to 3 and take profit each time or something like that. So we'll see exactly how we want to do it, but that's all from me. Very happy with today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.